afternoon. I am John Peterson, and welcome to Prime Feed News. Here are your headlines. President Vladimir Putin was sworn in for a new 6-year term on Tuesday at a Kremlin ceremony that was boycotted by the United States and other Western countries, at which he said he was potentially open to nuclear talks with the West. Israeli tanks have occupied the Rafah crossing, which connects Gaza to Egypt, and is a key point for the entry of humanitarian aid into the Strip. Meanwhile, Hamas has accepted a ceasefire proposal drafted by Qatar and Egypt aimed at ending the war in Gaza. The proposal involves the release of Israeli hostages and hundreds of Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected the ceasefire deal, but has said that negotiations will continue. Now to this story. A building has collapsed in George, South Africa. 47 workers remain trapped under rubble at a construction site in George, Western Cape, as of Tuesday afternoon, 24 hours after a collapse occurred. Western Cape Premier Alan Wynne provided an update at 2:30 p.m., stating that rescuers had recovered 28 of the 75 workers at the scene. Unfortunately, 6 of those rescued were confirmed dead.
The only other thing that I want to say is that I'm watching what's happening outside of this room and around the site, and I want to be categorically clear that this is not a time to play politics. We have 47 citizens trapped underneath a collapsed building. And quite frankly, what we have to do is allow these professionals to save these lives. That's what the focus is. I've noticed some of the fake news out there. I mean, one of the political tweets or messages said earlier today that 22 people are dead. I mean, this is unacceptable. We have citizens waiting next to the City Hall for news about their loved ones. Quite frankly, we've got to make sure that everybody understands. Let's refrain from putting out any fake news. It is just not acceptable.
Approximately 200 individuals were involved in the rescue efforts to free those still trapped under the rubble. According to George Mayor Leon Van Wyck, the developers of the site, Nia Trend Group, had submitted building plans to the municipality in December 2022, which were approved on July 6, 2023. The building on the 1,228 square meter site comprised a basement, above-ground parking, and for floors containing 40 to residential flats, with an 887 square meters footprint. Van Wyck highlighted that the construction material exceeded this, with 3,600 square meters of construction standing on the above-ground parking. Wind added that he was personally briefing the families of the trapped workers on the latest developments.